Man, after missing 5 weeks of the NBA playoffs, Kristaps Porzingis came back in Game 1 of the NBA Finals with a fury. That dude was on fire, shooting from deep. He was protecting the rim, blocking shots. Before there was Wemby and before there was Chet and, Bol and all those other guys, there was the original unicorn that was Kristaps Porzingis, the 7'2" unicorn. Coming over from Europe, people were a little unsure about his game, but when healthy, the dude's proven to be a great two-way stretch type of a player, protect the floor, and man, I thought today I would bring you guys a Kristaps Porzingis build, show off some highlights, show you guys a new build for NBA 2K24. This is going to be a great center build if you guys play in the rec center, whether it be solo rec or with a team. So without further ado, let's get right into this one. What's good, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy JD back with another NBA 2K24 build for you. And man, after his amazing Game 1, after missing 5 weeks with an injured calf, Kristaps Porzingis showed us why he is the force that he is and could help put the Boston Celtics over the top and win the NBA Finals this year. Man, that dude was raining threes. He was blocking shots. He looked like his old self, and I thought I needed to bring you guys a playoff Kristaps Porzingis build. So that's what I'm going to do for you here today. Now, if any of you guys have a good Kristaps Porzingis face creation, definitely let me know, because, man, we got this guy looking more like Blake Griffin than we do Kristaps Porzingis. Don't get me wrong. I'm definitely looking for a good Porzingis face creation. I have not been able to find one yet. So if you have a good one, let me know down in the comments. I'd love to see it. And without further ado, let's head over to the builder and check out this Kristaps Porzingis build. All that I ask is that you drop a like on the video, subscribe if you're new, and let's get right into it. Let's go. Alright, so here we are in the builder. We're going to go ahead and make this playoff Porzingis build. We're going to go ahead and start with right-handed jersey number 8 like Porzingis is, and then getting into the build, we're going to go ahead and go the center position. And then Porzingis is listed, I believe it's 7'2". We can go 7'2". I showed you guys a build that I'm going to kind of model this one after my 7'3", Wemby, Chet build, whatever you'd like to call it, earlier in the year. 7'2" is going to be awfully close to that. For this particular build, and I believe was probably one of the best heights for centers in NBA 2K24, we're going to go 7'1" on this one, just to be a little quicker. Give Porzingis a little bit of credit for the way he moves around the court and all that good stuff. So we're going to go 7'1". We're going to take the weight down to 226 again, just to be a little bit quicker on the build. And then we're going to take the wingspan down to 7'2", which is going to give us the caps for hitting some of the different attributes and stuff that we want to hit with this build. So 7'1", 226 with a 7'2" wingspan. Let's go ahead and get into the stats. You know me, I always like to start down on the physicals just because they're tied into so many of the different badges and different things like that. So first things first, with the speed, we're going to go ahead and max that out at a 65. Again, when I was 7'3" on that other build, you're down in like the 40s, 50s for speed and acceleration and stuff like that. So wanted to make this one just a little bit quicker. This is going to end up being a great build for playing like in the rec. So, if you're playing solo rec or with a team, this build's going to be able to do a little bit of everything. Moving down to the acceleration, we're going to go 56 on the acceleration. And then for the strength, we're going to go ahead and max this out at an 84. As you can see over on the right hand side, that's going to get you silver brick wall, silver bulldozer, and silver immovable enforcer. Being 7'1", you're still going to be able to set some screens with this, get to the paint. That immovable enforcer is going to help, playing on the perimeter, and, cutting off the cuts to the hoop and everything like that, since you're not going to have clamps or anything on this build. Having that silver immovable enforcer is definitely going to help. For the vertical, we're going to take this all the way up to 80. I don't know what it is, right around that 80 threshold to me seems like a nice sweet spot for some of these builds. Helps with rebounding, helps with blocks, all of that other good stuff. Just makes your player a little bit more athletic. It seems to get better animations. I don't know, maybe it's just a placebo thing for me. But we're going to go 80 on the vertical, and then we're going to go ahead and max out the stamina. Again, just because you're a center, when you're running around the court, you're holding that turbo button, your energy is going to drain quick, and you don't want to be blinking red when you're trying to shoot or anything like that. So we're going to go ahead and max out that stamina at a 98. So that's what our physicals are going to look like. Let's go ahead and start up here at the finishing. We're not going to do anything too crazy with the close shot. We're just going to go up to a 60, just enough to be able to be consistent, catching the ball underneath the hoop, going up with a quick shot, whatever. With the layup, we're going to take this up to a 78. Reason we're going to go 78 on this is that's going to get you access to the Nikola Jokic layup style. And if you are at least starter 3, we'll also get you the Sabonis layup style as well. Very glitchy, layup style. The Euro steps and everything are pretty good on the Jokic package. I just really like those two packages, and you need to have a 78 driving layup as a big man in order to get those. For the driving dunk, we're going to take that up to a 75. It's going to get you access to the athletics off 1. It'll get you the I believe it's the athletic hangs off of 1. Some of the other good dunk animations, Dwight Howard, Karl Anthony Towns, some of those big man, dunk packages, along with some others as well. So you're not going to be a complete liability when you're cutting to the hoop, or if you're rolling off a screen. You're going to be able to finish with that 75 driving dunk. Now for the standing dunk, Porzingis might not quite be all the way up to this threshold, but I think because the way 2K24 is set up, and with the dunk meter and everything like that, having a 90 standing dunk on your big man is going to be very nice to have. Just being able to consistently get those meter dunks and everything down low. So we're going to do that with the standing dunk. And then lastly, with the post control, we're going to take this up to a 75. As you see over on the right hand side, as we're going to go through some of these finishing badges here, it's going to get you silver drop stepper, back down punisher, post spin technician, and then you're going to get bronze unpluckable, hook specialist, and dream shake as well. So you'll be able to do just a little bit in the post. This isn't necessarily going to be a post type of a player, but going to be able to do a little bit down there. And then with that 90 standing dunk, you can see we're going to get silver fast twitch, gold rise up, aerial wizard, and precision dunker. Again, being consistent with the meter dunks down low as a big man, just very nice to have an NBA 2K24. We talked about the driving dunk and the layup, as you can see over on the right hand side. We're going to get slithering on bronze, and then you're going to get badges like gold touch or pro touch, two step, float game, scooper, spin cycle, all on gold. Obviously very nice badges to have when trying to finish around the rim, whether you're trying to do your layup animations or get to the hoop and get your dunks, your floaters, all those different things. Definitely going to be very solid. Let's take a look at a few of these finishing clips, and then we'll get down into the shooting. Listen, the finishing on this build is going to be very good. Again, having that 60 close shot, just enough to be able to do some stuff down low. Having that 78 driving layup is going to give you access, like I said, to a couple of them different packages. And then having the 75 driving dunk and the 90 standing dunk, definitely going to be very good for a center build. So no slouch here on this Kristaps Porzingis build as far as the finishing goes. Alright, so moving down into the shooting, this is really going to be where this build shines. Again, I kind of modeled this one after, as I mentioned, and as we started this, that 7-3 Chet, Wembanyama build I had or whatever. We're going to go ahead and go up to a 90 on our mid-range for this. We're going to go 85 on our 3-ball. And then because we had a couple extra points left over, we're going to go ahead and put our free throw on a 72. As you guys know, I like to play a lot of rec, and I think this is a perfect rec center build, whether you're playing solo rec or with a team or whatnot. 72 free throws is going to be more than enough. You're going to have that bronze free points to help knock down your shots. The 85 3-ball will get you limitless range on bronze. You can see some of the other badges that you can get, having that 90 mid-range and the 85 3-ball. Over on the right-hand side, a ton of gold shooting badges, catch and shoot, dead eye blinders, green machine, post fade, phenom, because we have that 75 post control to go with our 90 mid-range. You can see the gold guard up, Hall of Fame open looks, one of the best badges for shooting in NBA 2K24. You definitely be able to be a knockdown shooter in this, and because we have that 85 plus mid-range shot, you're going to get access to a lot of the nice big man bases, whether it be Chris Bosh, Michael Porter Jr., David Robinson, and then you're also going to get access to the regular bases that a lot of guys use, whether it's Jonathan Isaac, some of those other ones as well. I'll leave a link to my big man jump shot video down in the description. I am not starter 3 yet, so I do not have the Michael Porter Jr. or the David Robinson bases, but again, check out some other videos. Those are very good bases for big man, and you will have access to those if you are a starter 3. But let's get into some of the shooting highlights here, and then we'll move down into the playmaking. Alright, so this is probably what you guys came here to see. Having that 90 mid-range and the 85 3-ball on this build is definitely going to be a knockdown shooter, whether you're shooting the ball from 3, you're trying to fade in the mid-range, you're trying to hit, some of these little crossover crazy step backs. Again, this is going to be a knockdown shooter. You're going to be game 1 Porzingis without a doubt. Alright, moving down into the playmaking. As far as the pass accuracy goes on this build, you guys know that I had an 86 pass accuracy, which is great for big men, don't get me wrong. Whether you're playing, Pro-Am, you might even want it a little higher than 86. But, playing rec, more than enough. And what I found on some of my other builds too, I've got 75 to 77 on a lot of my builds, or as I'm upgrading my builds along the way, I put it up to a certain threshold. 75 is plenty. If you're playing rec, even with that higher pass accuracy, you don't always get the cleanest outlet passes and everything. Having silver break starters, you can see on that right-hand side, going to be more than enough, for a big man, especially at this point in the year. You got the silver dimer, post playmaker for grabbing them boards, kicking them back out to your teammates, and some of those other badges. You'll have access to a couple of different pass styles as well. For the ball handle on this one, we're going to take it up to a 55, and then we're going to take our speed with ball up to a 40. Putting it up to a 40 is going to get you access to the normal dribble styles, as you guys know, for some of the big men and stuff like that. Normal dribble style, probably one of the best dribble styles that you can have for big men. And then also you see on that right-hand side, you get big driver on bronze as well, which is just going to help when you're trying to get to the rim, when you're in that paint area as a big man. It's not really like a blow-by badge necessarily, but it acts very similar to like a physical handles, or almost like that type of a badge. As far as being a big man and getting to the hoop. But let's check out some of these playmaking highlights here, and then we'll get down into the defense and finish this thing off.
I don't have too many clips here on the playmaking side. I just wanted to show you guys, a little bit of the passing and the ball movement. Again, not much of a dribbler, but you can see you can put the ball on the floor. You can do a few things here, the little flashy pass. So the playmaking, the pass accuracy, ball handling is going to be solid on this Porzingis build.
All right, moving down into the defense, Porzingis obviously very well known for his two-way ability, so we're going to go ahead and put a 77 interior defense on this build, and then we're going to go down here and we're going to match that up with a 92 block, which will give us access, as you can see over on the right-hand side, to anchor on gold, pogo stick on silver, and then chase down artist on gold or on silver as well. 92 block on a 7'1" big man, going to be very nice to have, helping protect the paint. Protect the rim, whether you're guarding it in the paint or you're cutting from the weak side, trying to help, with cutters, different things like that. 92 block definitely going to be very nice, and it's one of the things, again, Porzingis is known for, his rim protection and stuff like that. So 92 block, 77 interior. For the perimeter, we're going to bump this up by 1. Again, I had a couple extra attribute points left over. This was about the only place that I could put it, so just bumping it up here, as you can see, nothing too crazy. You're not going to get clamps or any of those types of badges like that. So 36 on the perimeter. For the steal, we're going to go ahead and max that out at a 60. That's going to get you access to the bronze interceptor badge. Again, very nice to have on a big man, just to help play the lanes and everything like that, whether, again, you're trying to guard against cutters or different things like that, or just, the ball being thrown up the court. As a big man, 7'1", having that bronze interceptor, going to be very nice, being able to help pick off passes and different things like that. On the offensive rebound, we're going to go ahead and take this up to a 70. I just wanted to have a little bit of offensive rebound on this. Again, being, the main person doing the rebound and things like that, being at the center position. If you wanted to save some attribute points, you could back this down a little bit if you wanted to go somewhere else with it. But I thought for this build, it would be, nice to have a little bit of offensive rebound on it. And then we're going to go ahead and max out the defensive rebound at an 85. As you can see over on the right-hand side, that will get us box out beast on gold. We talked about the silver pogo stick, and then you're going to get the silver rebound chaser as well. So again, very nice, solid, all-around build. Let's look at some of these defensive highlights, and then we'll go ahead and finish this thing off.
Listen, Porzingis is probably, known for being one of the better two-way centers, as far as like a two-way stretch or whatever goes. When he's healthy, man, he's very good around the rim. As far as rim protection goes, can snag boards. He's not really known for being like an outstanding rebounder or anything like that, but, having the 92 block on this build is definitely going to be very nice. You can see having the immovable enforcer and stuff is going to help you out, and then having that 85 rebound, you're going to be able to do just enough. Again, like I said, for a build that plays primarily in the rec, you're going to be just fine with this Kristaps Porzingis build.
Alright, so that's going to do it for the build. As you can see, very solid, all-around build, great on the defensive side. The finishing is going to be good on this. You're going to be a lights-out, spot-up shooter. And the playmaking, again, you're going to be able to do just enough to be able to move around a little bit, have that solid pass accuracy. Let's go ahead and show you guys the shades of and the build name. I know you guys like to see that. We get shades of George Mikan, Wendell Carter Jr., and Wemby himself, Victor Wembanyama. The build name is going to be called a spot-up threat. So like I said, it's going to be a very solid build, whether you're playing in the rec as a team, you're playing in the solo rec. If you want to play park or whatever, you probably could. It's going to be a little bit slower at the center position, but if you're playing like twos or something and you've got a good mobile guard, would be a very solid build for that. So that's going to do it for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed the build. I definitely think it's a great build. Like I said, I think it's a better version of that 7-3 Wemby build that I did earlier in the year. some better attributes and everything across the board. Let me know down below if you think the Celtics can get it done, take out the Mavs, and win the NBA Finals this year. And that's all I got for this one. I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm out. Peace.